Ah, the royal game of India. In my book, Parcheesi, Twister, and Ms. Pac-Man are the triumvirate of competitive gaming. Uh-oh, only one pair left. I better be...
It doesn't sound like a very promising start.
Well, like I said, I was running out of cash fast and was pretty desperate for a case. I knew Detective Clements and figured I'd pay her a visit. The only problem was she and the Colonel were pretty tight, and like I told you, I'd gotten the Colonel in some trouble not long before.
Get out!
You busy?
If it isn't Tex Murphy. Sold out any fellow PIs lately?
Oh, you bet. 3 this week alone.
You know, the last thing I need is some pansy PI wasting my time.
Well, you know, I'd be willing to trade a nice shoulder rub for some information.
Give me one good reason why I should do any favors for you.
Okay. Because you're a good Christian woman and you live by the golden rule.
All right, Murphy. You're just lucky you caught me in a charitable mood. But be quick about it. 6 witnesses saw Lensky take the dive. Their stories matched up and they all checked out.
And they all ID'd Lensky.
Not exactly. None of them were close enough to make an absolutely positive ID, but they described his general appearance, build, and clothing. Body wasn't found for a couple of days. Wasn't in the best shape when we fished it out of the bay, but we were able to make an identification using the personal effects found on the body. Coroner said the cause of death was drowning, no other injuries, though there was a scar back here. Lensky probably had surgery done recently. That's all. We didn't follow it up since it had nothing to do with his suicide. Standard stuff. Wallet, keys, and a suicide note neatly sealed in a Ziploc bag. I'd let you see it, but it's logged in as evidence. The handwriting, incidentally, was a 100% match. As next of kin, she was notified and came in to identify her father's body. Didn't take it too well. One of the uniforms had to drive her home.
So you're saying you're not going to take my case?
Well, I don't want to take your money if I can't help you.
Fine. Leave.
I'm just being straight up, okay?
If you won't help me, I can do what I can on my own. It certainly won't be the first time.
I charge $400 a day plus expenses.
I have $1,000. If you can prove it wasn't suicide, I'll give you $10,000 later.
It's a deal. Now you're gonna need to tell me everything you know so I can get started.
Oh, I will. Thank you, Tex.
Why don't you think your father would commit suicide?
He never would have considered it. He took good care of himself, And he often told me he was going to celebrate his 100th birthday by going skydiving.
Well, do you know anybody who'd want to see him dead?
No, no one. Everyone liked him. He was a kind man. I know the police confirmed that the note was in my father's handwriting, but it doesn't matter. I know it had to be a forgery. My father mentioned that he had had surgery performed, but he said it was minor and didn't say any more about it.
Detective Clement said you didn't pick up your father's personal effects.
I really don't remember much after they asked me to identify the body. An officer drove me home, and I haven't gone back.
Well, they won't release the personal effects to me, and I'm hoping I'll be able to go through them so I can see if there's any kind of lead.
When we're done, I'll go pick them up and meet you back here. She wasn't very friendly or helpful. I think she already made up her mind about my father's death.
After I finished talking to Sylvia, she gave me a spare key and said I was free to leave.
Oh, Sylvia was playing you.
No, more like a game of trouble. As when I started poking around Lensky's house. There's always time for a new case. I wonder if this was for Lensky's personal... Freezer's well stocked. All this detective work's giving me the munchies. Maybe I can dig up a little snack in the fridge. Plenty of all 4 food groups in here. Sheesh, even I know you don't keep bananas in the fridge. And Lensky's taste in books ran the gamut from lackluster all the way to incomprehensible. I don't think there's going to be much to find in these kitchen cabinets. It looks like an oven to me. I'm no expert, but I'd guess that's a microwave. I don't think there's going to be much to find in these kitchen cabinets. I don't think there's going to be much to find in these kitchen cabinets. And Lensky's taste in books ran the gamut from lackluster all the way to incomprehensible. Looks like something a flapper would languish on. The fire makes the living room feel quaint and cozy. The note reads, "Blackjack and dominoes." I wonder who this Blackjack is. Sounds like a pirate. Unless, of course, it refers to the number 21. But how does 21? But how does 21 tie to the dominoes? Blackjack and dominoes, and 21 horizontally, vertically, and diagonal. Maybe Lensky had some code number if the dominoes were placed in a special order of 21 in all directions. I've never been a fan of dominoes. I figured that time wasted playing dominoes could be time well spent playing a rousing game of Parcheesi. A light is flashing by the 4, the 9, and the 8. These 3 numbers are probably used. Must be a closet door. This must lead to the bedroom. An armoire. One of the 9 French words I can pronounce like a native. Lensky wasn't exactly a fashion animal. Most of these clothes look 20 years old. Looks like a half-finished letter. It appears Carl and Dolores. Cherry wood desk with praline trim. Yum. Junk mail, catalog. Something on professional letterhead. This could be interesting. So Lensky signed a book deal. Scrap paper, notepad. I wonder if Lensky's little black book could be green. Looks like Lensky bookmarked the address for Dolores Lightbody. Shirts, pants, sweaters, nothing interesting. Shirts, pants, sweaters, nothing interesting. Shirts, pants, sweaters. That's a nice sweater. That's a nice sweater. Some t-shirts. Some t-shirts. Brand new cotton briefs. Larges, too. I wonder if I oughta... Nah. There are only 31 pieces on the chessboard. Seems like an odd... There are only 31 pieces on the chessboard. Seems like an odd number.